Hey, how are you?
Hi, Fortune. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for taking the time. I really appreciate it. I found that we have something in common, and that is we both married kindergarten teachers.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. My wife was a kindergarten teacher for years. I find that, from my experience, kindergarten teachers are the wildest of the teacher species. Only because, all
I
day.
agree. I would say based on my wife's stories, that is very accurate.
Yeah, they kind of have the crazy stories about, helping to guide these children. But then when they get home, it's like, get me the vodka and put on that leather vest and zipper mask right now. They just need to let loose more so than I'd say a high school teacher does. I don't know if you agree there.
Well, they're so responsible at work and have so, having to keep up with like 24 5-year-olds is not easy.
Yes.
And now my wife is trying to keep up with me, which I guess is the equivalent of 24 5-year-olds. Because she's always reminding me to wash my hands, and I sometimes have to say to her, like, "Hey, I'm not one of your students. I can do this. I'm an adult."
That's something a 5-year-old would say too. It's like, I can do it myself.
Yeah, exactly. Now she's living in this crazy comedy world with me.
She works with you in that world too, right? She doesn't teach kindergarten anymore.
Yeah, she stopped around the pandemic time. It was just too crazy to try to do that with the 5-year-olds on Zoom. So she's been touring with me. She was an executive producer on both of my specials, and very much involved in my career. So yeah, she's part of this crazy world now. But anyone who's watched Good Fortune will see a lot of my material in this special, especially, was about our life and our adventures together the last 7 years.
And that was going to be my next question was, now that you're a married person, does the writing change? Does the comedy change?
Well, in my first special, Sweet and Salty, I very much focused on growing up and figuring out who I was and getting comfortable in my own skin. I didn't talk much about my relationship, a little bit. So I wanted to pick up where that left off and look at, like, where am I at in my life currently? And that was very much being in this relationship, trying to figure out how to be an adult, doing things like proposing and figuring out a difficult family situation together, and, how my approach was to that. So this special is about this more current chapter in my life, where I'm attempting to be an adult, and it doesn't always go as planned, but finding the positive in that. What is the good that has come out of the situation? So in a weird way, some of the specials, kind of like a love letter to her as well. So yeah, it's definitely focused on this chapter of my life. And I guess now, as I write my new act, I'm going to have to continue that tradition and figure out what the next chapter is.
Now, you are going on tour beginning of next year, and you'll be here in the area in Massachusetts. You're going to be at the Chevalier Theater March 16th. That's in Medford. And then right south of that, the Wilbur Theater in Boston on March 17th. And I'm sure you've been told that is St. Patrick's Day.
I know. When we booked the show, my manager told me it was St. Patty's, and I was like, oh, my God, in Boston? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So the people that come to the show, it's going to be a fun time, and they'll still be able to go to the bar and get, their St. Patty's Day on. But I know, like, that is the holy place of St. Patty's Day. So I just pick a wild time to come out there.
Have you ever been in Boston during St. Patrick's Day?
No, I've only heard stories about it, so I'm pretty excited to experience it firsthand. But I love that. The Wilbur is like one of my favorite places. We kicked off my last tour with 3 shows at the Wilbur, so Boston's always been very good to me, and I can't believe I'm going to be there on St. Patty's Day. Is it going to be nuts? Yeah,
nuts. That's putting it mildly. Let me ask you this. Have you ever had a urine or vomit? Well, let me be specific. Someone else's urine and vomit on you?
Oh no, I'm trying to think. Probably in my early 20s. It's been a minute.
Right. Well, you may want to, ask your wife because she probably experienced that with the kids, and it's pretty much like that, like what you said earlier. Instead of 25-year-olds, it's like 2,005-year-olds in the streets of Boston that day.
Well, maybe my show will be the place where people can have a good St. Patty's Day and not yet vomit or pee on them.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I was also
good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that. I was also reading you're doing is it a TV series or is it like a limited series with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
It's a TV series that I filmed with him that'll be out sometime next year on Netflix. It's a huge action series. Whether or not it ends up, getting more seasons, we have no idea yet. It's still early on, but we hope so. I had such an amazing time filming that. It was 5 months in Toronto this past summer. He was such a trip, such a funny guy. So I'm crossing my fingers that I get to go do it again next summer.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, you've already done some pretty amazing things, but working with Arnold, I mean, do you get to walk away from an explosion very slowly in any scene that you've done?
None of those, but I was involved in a lot of action scenes, so there are explosions. I do have a slow-mo moment at one point that I'm pretty stoked about that I won't spoil for you, but it is the thing that I will be replaying on my Instagram over and over again once it comes out.
Awesome.
I never in a million years thought I would be in an action series and be the person doing the action. So this is a trip for me. I can't wait for people to see me in this whole different light.
To be honest with you, when I first heard that, I didn't know the details, and I was so hoping it was a sequel to Twins, and that Arnold discovers he also has a twin sister. And that would be you.
I tell him that. I went to his house and took a picture with him and Danny DeVito, and I posted the picture.
And
I said, is this? Am I there? Are these my two dads? And he laughed so hard. So,
awesome.
What a trip that would be.
that is awesome. And of course, Good Fortune is on Netflix right now. But more importantly, you are coming to the area early next year, March 16th and 17th, and on St. Patrick's Day. So I hope, wear a helmet. That's all I got to say.
That's right. And if you want Good Fortune, don't worry. The material that I'll be doing in March will be all new material. I might do like one story from Good Fortune, but a lot of people have been asking me if they'll be seeing the same show. It will be all new stuff, so
nice.
We're going to have a good night and try to keep the St. Patty's Day vomit to a minimum. I will give you a good time, a good, clean fun.
All right. That's awesome. Well, Fortune Feimster, thank you so much for joining us today. Good luck on the tour. Congratulations on the marriage and everything. And we're looking forward to seeing you at the Wilbur on St. Patrick's Day.
That's right. FortuneFeimster.com for tickets. Thank you so much.